All right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out. Bring the bass line.
Hey everybody, Brian here. Hey, it's good to be back with you. I am so glad to be able to be talking to you, be able to do another video with you guys. So listen, before we get into the meat and the potatoes of today's video, I want to first give you so much love to everybody who is supporting this page, who is watching the videos, comment on the videos. Now, even if you're not commenting, hell, even if you're not subscribing, just to see the views and to see that, hey, these videos are being shared, they are being viewed, it makes me feel good, because you already know you can't change the whole world, and we can't eliminate the problem, but we can change one person's life. Hey, that's what it's all about. Rome was not built in a day. And let me say that again. Rome was not built in a day. It's going to take time. But I want you all to just, bear with me. I'm on this journey with y'all too. You can ask anybody that knows me. Hell, my girlfriend can tell you I'm at work actively thinking of ideas and what I can do to spread this out so that we can get more content and more ways to help. So I just want to throw that out there. I also want to throw out November 15th. It's coming up in a couple weeks, but November 15th is going to be 2 years for me. To celebrate and honor those 2 years, I actually want to do a somewhat, let's say, live community Zoom call, where I don't care where you're from, where you're located, if you are in addiction, if you're in recovery, if you know somebody who's in addiction, if you know somebody who's in recovery, if you're on the edge and you don't know, I want you to be there, because that day, I want to celebrate that day by having a live Zoom call where we all can come together and we all can, just share our experiences, share ways that we can become better, and just really just know and to say, hey, we are not alone. So that right there is something that's coming up very soon. I know the date, like I said, November 15th. I'm just trying to work out what time I want it to happen. Once I get that figured out, I will be posting the Zoom information to be able to enter that room, and I want to see everybody there. I'm going to make an event so where it can be shared on Facebook. The more the more people, the merrier. And like I said, it's a judgment-free zone. And I know a lot of places and a lot of people who do this content, they say a no judgment-free zone. And what do? They want to judge. Not here. I want people to be able to come, be a community, be be a family. Because let's face it, some of us right now that's in addiction don't have a family. Well, allow us to be your family, and let's do this together, and let's show that, listen, we are not the definition of our past, but we are defined by the work that we do to progress for the future. Now, with all that out of the way, with all that being said, today's video, I promised, I said that I was gonna make a video, kind of shouting out the males, okay? Trust me, if you are a woman and you're watching this, I promise you one thing. I am not going to forget you, and I've already got an idea about how I can make a video and just kind of towards geared towards everybody, but mainly geared towards women and motivating the females as well. And already have some couple ideas how to do that. But the reason why I wanted to spotlight the men is I feel like society, they put so much weight on the shoulders of men that sometimes our mental health, our trauma, it kind of gets swept under the rug because it's seen more as a role and not a cry for help. So honestly, to be honest with you, this probably will be split up in parts. Because it's just some information that I started putting notes together and talking, and I was like, you know what? If I talk about everything I want to talk about, this wouldn't be an hour video. And listen, who got time to listen to me talk for an hour? I don't even want to talk for an hour. so, so yeah, it's probably going to be broken up into parts, and I will let you all know when those parts will be uploaded. So consider this right here part one, and it's going to be part one into about men's mental health and recovery. So, you know, with that being said, the greatest lie that men say, anybody that's watching this right now, what do you think is the biggest lie that a man tells everyone every day? Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's telling somebody that I'm okay. Us as men, we rather say that I'm okay instead of saying I'm not okay. Why? Not necessarily that it's because we feel like nobody cares. Not necessarily do we feel like nobody's going to listen, but it's because being brought up and the way society is, we see that saying I'm not okay is a sign of weakness. And most men these days, we don't want to look weak. We don't want to look like we aren't stable, that we're not in control and we're not firm in our stance. So us saying, hey, I'm not okay, that right there to us sometimes is a no-no. Especially the ones that have a little bit extra responsibility. The wife, the kids, taking care of the family. For me, for instance, let me tell you, there was plenty of times when I should have said, no, I'm not okay. No, I need to talk to somebody. No, I need to be heard. But instead of saying anything, I kept telling people, no, I'm okay. And the more I kept telling people I'm okay, is the more that I used a substance to make me forget that I wasn't okay. And for a couple minutes, hours, depending on what you got, days, you might very well feel okay. You might very well feel like you're on top of the world and hey, you're Superman. But in the reality of it, it's that substance is making the wires here that connect from here to here sit there and make you feel like everything that was bothering you is gone. But once that substance is done, is over, trust me, that pain comes back. When that pain comes back, it comes back 10 times harder. So the pain that you felt that was maybe like this, when it comes back, it's like this. And the next time when you hide it, it's like this. And the next time you hide it, it's like this and this and this and this and this, until you're going down a rabbit hole, a revolving door that you can't get out of. And it all would maybe, not saying every time, but it would maybe sometimes not get to the point that it does if we would just tell somebody, no, I am not okay. You know, I was sitting there and I was looking at the word man, and I was thinking to myself, what can what acronym can I use with man that it would make my fellow brother, my fellow king, guess I get it. And actually I came with two. So if you want to take the time to write this down, go ahead, get a pencil, do whatever you have to do. Um, Rewind, pause, but I'm going to tell you the two acronyms that I came up with, and it goes as follows. So for the first acronym, the man, we have for M, move, for A, aspire, and for N, we have never quit. Move, aspire, and never quit. Now I'm going to go in detail in what these mean. So move. Take action even when it's hard. There are going to be some hard days. Life is going to life, and it's going to be real stressful. It's sometimes going to feel like you can't breathe, but that's when you put in the work. That's when you come and you sit there and know that the people around you, they're not against you. Those people are put in place to support you. If you put the right people in place around you, you will see that you have a support system, that the same amount of time that you give them, the same amount of bricks that you give them, they will refill that with the same or more. Sometimes we put around us people that we don't need. I call them energy vampires because they suck just all your positive energy, and they suck all the motivation out of you to refill themselves up. But if you put the right people around you, then listen, you can have that support system. So when times get hard, you can take the action even when it's hard. And you have to take the action even when it's hard, but it has to begin with you. That saying that God helped those who help themselves is true. And also, People help those who they see trying to help themselves. The second one, aspire. Aspire to dream beyond pain. Let me say that again. For aspire, aspire to dream beyond pain. You need to dream beyond your circumstance. You need to dream beyond the situation that you are currently in. And even when it's painful, when people tell you you can't do it, you still dreaming. You know how many people told me, as many people that told me I could get sober. You know how many people told me that I wasn't going to do anything in my life. I wasn't going to be anything in my life. I wasn't going to have that second chance. You know how many people right now that's probably wishing for my downfall, praying for my downfall, hoping that I don't succeed what I want to bring and manifest into reality. But you know what I say? Forget those people. Because I'm dreaming beyond anything that you got set for me. I am dreaming beyond any limitation that you are setting for me. I am dreaming beyond the situation that I came from. I am dreaming for a legacy. I'm manifesting something that when I'm long gone, all my kids can sit there and say, you know what, my daddy, he fell down, but when he got up, he sat there and put in the work to become better. You have got to not just see these things as dreams, but manifest that into saying this is not a dream, but this is a dream that I'm going to make it to reality. Because if you don't, I promise you, there are plenty of people that want to turn your dream into a nightmare. And let me repeat that again. If you don't want to put in the work for your dreams, there are plenty of people that wants to turn your dream into a nightmare, because for them, for to see you fail, it's their dream. Let me repeat that one more time. For some people to see you fail is their dream. Why? Because they know that they're not going to put in the work. They know that they aren't going to sit there and manifest what they want to reality. So, like crabs in the bucket, instead of seeing one person get out, they're going to sit there and say, hey, buddy, you're not going nowhere. We're all going to boil. And the hardest thing, the pain from that is sometimes it's our closest friends. Sometimes, hey, it's family. Sometimes it's people that we think that is the love of our life, but guess what? They're not the love of our life. They're the downfall of our life. Also, okay. Also, N for N, never quit. And by never quitting, that means the fight is daily. Listen to me. The fight is daily, but so is strength. November 15th of 2023, I said I wanted help. No, today is October the 24th, and let me tell you, I'm fighting harder and I'm fighting more today than I was that first day I said I needed help. But as much as I'm fighting every day, so has my strength increased as well. Let me repeat that. I have been fighting every single day, but also my strength has increased as well. Meaning, the first day, I did not think I was going to make it. But that second day, okay, I made it. That third day, I made it. 30 days, okay, I feel better. 60 days, oh wow. 90 days, whoo, a year, okay, to present day. Wait a minute. I know how to handle those situations. I have the strength that when I feel like I maybe don't know how to handle something, when I feel like maybe the world is spinning and I need the time to sit back, relax, and see what's going, I have the strength to endure. I have the strength to endure and see that, hey, maybe there's something that's in my life that's around me that I need to get out. And that's another thing. Sometimes as men, we don't want to take the responsibility to sit there and say, hey, I don't need you around. Sometimes I feel like sometimes the men are the ultimate people pleasers because without having to look weak, without having to look uncool, we want to sit there and people please. We want to be cool hand Luke. We want everybody to say, look at him. We will sit there and worry about putting ourselves through hell for attention and without looking weak, but won't even put half the time in saying, hey, me saying I need help is the strongest thing that you can do. The strongest thing you can do. Now, there was one more acronym that I had for man, and I want to go over that too before I touch on our last thing. So, bear with me, we're getting there. The second one, and if you're writing this down, here's a second acronym for man. For M, we got mindset. A, accountability. And N, new life. Wow. I don't know about you, but that second acronym, wow. We're going to get deep into those three words. So for M, I said mindset, right? Recovery starts in the mind. There's so many times I wanted to stop doing what I was doing. I wasn't ready here. I wasn't ready here. You know when in November of 2023, how I knew this time I was serious? Because in my mind, I said, I'm not doing this for nobody else. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for no woman. I'm not doing it for a family. I'm not doing it for mommy. I'm not doing it for daddy. I'm not doing it for the kids. I'm doing it for me. Before you can sit here and say you want to have a change, that you want help, you can't do it for nobody else. You can't do it for mommy, daddy, your sister, your brother, your kids, your girlfriend. You can't do it for none of them, because let me tell you, if it was that easy to do it for them, you wouldn't have touched the substance in the first place. If it was that easy to stop doing it for them, you wouldn't have started doing the substance to begin with. So before you can sit here and say, hey, you know what? This time it's going to be different. You got to change your mindset. You got to change your mindset and know that it's for you, because you deserve this change. You deserve to be free from the bondage of addiction. You deserve to sit here and have a life of freedom, happiness, love, peace, and gratitude. You deserve that. A. And here's a big one. For this second acronym, accountability. This one right here is big for me. Accountability. Own your story, but while you own your story, I want you to rewrite your future. Take accountability for what you did. If you was a POS in your addiction, own it. You was a POS. If you wasn't a good husband, boyfriend, whatever, you wasn't a good husband, boyfriend, whatever, own it. You wasn't a good parent back then because you was worried about substances, own it. I own my story. I own that I wasn't a good son. I own that at that time, those years, I wasn't the greatest father. I own that I wasn't the best person that I could be. But let me tell you something right now, though. You can call me a lot of things in the world you want to call me, but you can't call me that A word. And we all know what that A word that starts with an A, ends with a T. You can't call me that no more. And you can't call me homeless anymore because I rewrote that. You see, I own my past story. I own my story. And I'm going to use my story to help people, but I'm rewriting the future of it. See, before I started wanting to rewrite the future, I was stuck in that story. I was stuck in addiction. I was stuck not getting out of addiction. I was stuck being bound by the chains of addiction. But when I sat there and I changed my mindset and I started being accountable for the things I was doing, when I start being accountable, if I said I want to be a better man, then I need to go out and find how to be a better man. If I want to be a better son, then I need to prove to the woman who gave birth to me that I could be a better son. If I wanted to sit here and be a better father, then I need to put in the work and show my kids that I can be better. And that's what I did. I rewrote what that ending was going to be. And I'm still rewriting that ending. I have become the author of my destiny because I chose to take back my life. And that does not make you weak, my brother. That taking back your own life, taking back being the best version of you, of who you are. A lot of people aren't religious. It doesn't matter. Whoever, whatever you believe in, whoever created you did not create you to sit here and have a life of being a slave to a substance. So be the author of your destination and take back your life. Take it back even when they don't think you can, even when they don't want you to, even when they say it's not possible. You know what you tell them? F that. I'm going to do it. I will do it. And I will be everything that I was put on this earth to be. And the third and last thing for this acronym, new life. Every day is a chance to begin again. Every day is a chance to begin again. There's 24 hours in a day to get things right. It's up to you what you do in those 24 hours. What work are you going to put in to make sure that your new life is worth living? What are you going to do to make sure that the new you, the new person that everybody is seeing, as everybody is praising, that everybody is, hey, giving a clap to, who and what are you going to do? And who are you going to talk to make sure that you can maintain that new life? It's funny. Sometimes we get the help that we need and we feel like we're cured. And then once we feel like we're cured, we feel like, wow, I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to put in no work. Everything is over. No, no, no. That is when the work begins. It is work. It is work every single day to keep. and obtain this new life that you got now that you're not addicted no more. Long story. Okay, for example, my mom, she has my three biological kids 24/7 because my past, I messed that up. I messed that up where I can't have them 24/7. But let me tell you though, this new life that I created, I have created a life not only for myself but for them that I could not have done when I was in the bondage of addiction. I got people now in my life that came into my life that they're not a negative, they're a positive. I couldn't go on with this third chapter of my life without these people. When me and my girlfriend got together, I had my three, she had her four. We came together, and now I got seven of the most beautiful, crazy, wildest, funniest. Yeah, sometimes, hey, they're kids. Sometimes you're like, but hey, they're freaking kids. And before or I wouldn't have the drive to want to be that goofy dad, that goofy presence, that goofy want to have fun with my kids because I was worried about chasing and running up and down these streets for a substance. Now this new life, hell, I done. Now they can have stability. They can have that sense of having a family. I worked hard to gain my mom's trust to be able to be a part of my kids' life. I have worked hard to gain that trust to be a part of my mom's life again. Cause I done my mom dirty. I told you, you're not gonna get no BS from me on this channel. I'm gonna give you pure, unfiltered, unapologetic, unbiased, everything when it comes to these videos. I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause the only way I can be honest with my story. I done my mom dirty. Put so many things before the person that birthed me, that brought me into this world, that gave me everything that even as a single mom, she made sure that I had. I done her dirty, but let me tell you, the first person that sat there and said, hey, I'm gonna give you a chance this time because I see something different, it was that woman. Everything that I've gained, everything that I've got now, yes, I put that work in and I do thank myself. I do know that I put in that work, but I also am not ignorant enough to sit there and say, thank you, Mom. Thank you for taking the chance and allowing me to come and allowing me to be able to prove to you, to prove to the kids that, hey, I am a better person this time. I am different because I want this new life. Later on, what happened? I meet my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fucking girl. I mean, she had every reason in the book to say, hey, bye bye. Nope, not having it. This was you in the past. I don't care what you're in the present, not doing it. But she didn't. She took a chance on me. She sat there and actually came to be one of my biggest supporters. And it just came out of nowhere. and then falling in love with her and being with her, what happened? I got four more kids, four more beautiful, smart, wise kids that's held they're like my they're like my own. I have a family now. This new life that I build, I could never have had if I didn't put the work in to have this new life. My aunt and my cousin, I done them dirty, said some hurtful things to them, but let me tell you what, they're the first ones to sit there and text me something and tell me, hey, I'm proud of you. Because they see the hard work I put in. My best friends in a business and sport that I love, wrestling, I done them dirty, stole from them, took what I love and made it, and just took what I loved, I took what they loved, I took their trust in me, and I sat there and I spit on it and said, forget it, and I done them dirty. But guess what? They have enough love, support, and forgiveness for me to sit there and tell me that they're proud of me. But it's about putting in that work for that new life. My daughter, she was 3 or 4 at the time. She didn't even want me to come back because I had done them so dirty. But now when she sees me, it's daddy, and she gives me the biggest hug because I put in that work. My son, he sees the work that I'm putting in. He's the first one to comment, good job, daddy. I love you. Good job, you doing it again because I put in that work. So when people tell me, hey, I don't know if I can have this new life, I don't know if this new life is possible, I tell you, all you have to do is put in the work. Because I was in your shoes and I thought the same thing. I did not think nothing would be possible. I did not think that I could have a roof over my head. I did not think that I could have a job to be able to provide for my family. I did not think that I could have the opportunity to be doing this right now, talking to other people, letting them know my story, my situations, so that, hey, I could better them. I didn't think that would have a second chance to be a good father. And what happened? Not only am I, not only did I sit there and get my 3 back, I gained 4, and now I got now 7 bomb ass kids. Got my mom back. Got my aunt back. Working on building those friendships again. I got a beautiful, supportive girlfriend. Man, yo, I am so beyond rich. I ain't got to have $1 million to be rich. I am rich with just these people's forgiveness, these people's love, these people's constant wanting me to prove to the ones that don't want me to do good, to prove them wrong, to prove them that I can and I will succeed in this new life. But guys, we just have to put in the work. Let me tell you, if they ask you, are you okay? And you're not, you tell them, no, I am not okay. I need to talk to somebody. I need some help. You feel unheard? You need to sit down with somebody and say, listen, I feel like I'm not being heard. Can we speak? Can we talk about this? But we have to stop with the biggest lie that a man can say, and that's just saying when asked, I'm okay, when we know damn well we are not okay. Saying that you're okay and you're not, it's not making you strong. It's sitting there eating you alive. It's not making you strong. It's sitting there, it's ending your life. It's not making you strong. It is going to make you weak, where before you know it, you are going to be so far in the hole you cannot get out. It's going to be a revolving door. And yes, you can get out of that hole. You can get out of that revolving door. But let me tell you, it is going to require work. And you're going to have to become weak. Excuse me, to become strong again. I am still not the best version of myself, but I am better than the version that I was. And I'm blessed. I am so blessed. And to my mom, to my girlfriend, to those friends that I hurt, those friends that I did you dirty, to my aunt, to my cousin, to all 7 of my beautiful kids, I just want you to know that I will continue to do what I need to do to become better for myself, but also to be better for you. I will be a better son. I would be a better friend. I would be a better father. I would be a better overall man in every sense and definition of the word. And the same forgiveness, the same love, the same support, the same, all of those positive emotions that you give me, I promise, I hear it, I feel it, I see it, and I will always, always, always be grateful for y'all to allow me to be able to have this new life, to allow me to be able to have y'all with me in this new life. So y'all listen, we're going to end this part. And like I said, listen, we might ran a little long, but I wanted to take the time to give those acronyms and the meaning behind those acronyms the time that it needed, and to be able to explain and talk about what that means. Okay. I will be sitting here releasing part 2 of this video in the next couple of days, and we're going to get more in depth on some other issues. But I just want to say, listen, it doesn't matter if you're watching this and you're in addiction. It doesn't matter if you right now, if you're 30 minutes into recovery. It doesn't matter if you're 30 years into recovery. All that matters is you are here, and I want you to take something said in this video, and I want it to motivate you to do better in life. And I want it to motivate you for you to put in the work to have your new life. You don't have to be bonded in slavery of addiction, of homelessness. You can have a new life of freedom, happiness, love, peace, and gratitude. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to require some hard work. It's going to require you falling down. But hey, just like the name of this page, you always kick out at 2. And with that being said, I love you. Peace. Gratitude.
All right, I like what you got there. Let me show you what I got. Check this out. Bring the bass line. Hey, yo, shut it down.